Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello students, welcome to First PUC Business Studies online classes. Students, in the previous class we have discussed about the meaning of banking. Banking means an institution which provides loans to the public, which accepts deposit from the public and performs various other financial activities, like all the financial transactions are dealt with by the banker, isn't it? Then we have studied about the types of banks. Three types of banks we have studied. That is four types of banks, commercial banks, specialized banks, cooperative sectors or cooperative banks, and last one, central bank, right? That is Apex Bank, which is called Reserve Bank of India in India. Now let us move on to the functions of commercial banks in today's class. Now, after analyzing the functions of that is commercial banks, you will get a clear meaning of the term banking. Commercial banks, I already told you, the banks which are established, which are coming under the purview of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, or which performs the activities which are defined in the Banking Regulation Act 1949. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಹಣಕಾಸು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನಡೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೀಗ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ನಾವು ಫಂಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ನೋಡುವ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. First one is acceptance of deposits. Acceptance of deposits, that is as given in the Sir John Paget's definition of banking, correct? Acceptance of deposits. There they said no person or otherwise, no person or body corporate or otherwise can be banker who does not take deposit accounts. That is acceptance of deposits. So banker accepts the deposits by opening different types of accounts. Maybe savings bank account, we call it as SB account, savings bank account, current account, recurring deposit account, RD, recurring deposit account, isn't it? There are some other accounts like pygmy, isn't it? Pygmy accounts, all these are there. So let us know what is the first, which is the first function of banker, commercial bank, that is acceptance of deposits. So any person who approaches the banker will accept the deposits. He never says, no, our treasury is full, we cannot keep your cash. Never the banker says. Did you ever heard? Did you ever hear that a banker is not accepting the money? You may say, my treasury is full, no, I don't want cash now, isn't it? I cannot keep it with me. You may say, but banker, whatever amount you pay, the banker is ready to accept, isn't it? He will say thank you after giving that is opening an account and getting your cash, isn't it? The banker will say thank you, because they want that money to divert to different sectors in the economy. They want to develop the economy. Indirectly, banker is the person who is an intermediator between the saver and the investor. Someone is saving the amount, banker will accumulate that amount that is saved by the individuals. Then it will be diverted to productive channels like maybe manufacturing, providing service, isn't it? Transporter or any other person for that matter. For consumption loans also it will be the banker will provide, isn't it? So that money will be diverted to some other sectors where the banker will earn higher rate of interest. Suppose the banker gives maybe a 6% interest rate on your deposits. When the banker provides that money to others in the form of loan, the banker may charge 10%, 12%, isn't it? Or maybe 15% sometimes. So depending upon the purpose of investment by the borrower. ಯಾರು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಲ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಂದ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನ, ಅವನು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು % ಬಡ್ಡಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೀವು ಮನೆ ಸಾಲ ಅಂತ ಹೋದರೆ ಗೃಹ ಸಾಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹುಶಃ 7% ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ನೀವು ವಾಹನ ಸಾಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಇನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ 6.5% ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, 6.5%. wasn't it? ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಲೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ 12% ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತಿಂದು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾಳೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಂದ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಮೇ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್. ಸೊ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಾರೋವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮನಿ, the banker will charge interest on that loan. So here the difference between the interest paid 6% to the depositor and interest charged on the borrower for the loan borrowed by them is nothing but profit for the banker. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6% ಬಡ್ಡಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್. 12%, 7%, 6.5% ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು 12%. ಆಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಎರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿನ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಆ ಲಾಭವನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ವಿವಿಧ ಖರ್ಚಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚುಗಳು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚುಗಳನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಉಳಿದದ್ದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ how the bankers will manage. So here acceptance of deposits is the primary function of the banker. So a commercial bank must accept the deposits from the public on different accounts. Current account is given only to the business people, not to the private individuals. And in case of current account, there is no limit for a deposit. Any number of deposits can be made and any number of withdrawals can be made from the current account in a day. But in case of savings bank account, there are restrictions. 50,000ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು SB ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ, ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಹುಷಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, 49,900 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿದ್ದು, isn't it? So these are the cases. So there are some sort of restrictions on the deposits and even withdrawals. Mostly it will be 150 withdrawals in a year in case of savings bank account. But banker may relax depending upon the type of customer. If the customer is very genuine and there are that is a black spots on the transactions done by the banker, then banker may relax this, maybe up to 160, 170 withdrawals in a year. ಸೇಫ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಲಾಕರ್, ನೀವು ಲಾಕರ್ನ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 10-12 ಸಲ ನೀವು ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ರೂಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನೀವು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜೆನ್ವಿನ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ದ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. There are no restrictions on the deposits and withdrawals in a current account. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್. ಯಾವುದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಯಾರು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮನ್ ಇದ್ದಾನ ಅವನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ತೆಗಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಓವರ್ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್. ಇಫ್ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ₹1 lakh balance, if there is a balance of ₹1 lakh only in the current account of Mr. A. Suppose Mr. A is a businessman, he is operating a current account, he has a current account with the banker and there is a balance of only ₹1 lakh as on a particular day. But Mr. A can draw maybe 2 lakh rupees from his account. You may ask, how it is, sir? Only 1 lakh rupee deposit is there in his account. He can draw 2 lakh rupees minus 1 lakh means what does that mean? Yes, the current account holder will get an additional facility which is called overdraft facility, which is sanctioned by the banker on the basis of the volume of transactions made by the businessman. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಮನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಂಪ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವನ 6 ತಿಂಗಳ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ತನಕ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ businessman is allowed to draw maybe up to 5 lakh rupees, that is which is called overdraft limit, which will be sanctioned by the banker, and the businessman can go up to minus 5 lakh at any time. So this is called overdraft facility, which is given only to the current account holder, I mean to the business people, not to the individuals. Individuals always will have savings bank account, they will not be given the current account, remember. And there are some other deposits like recurring deposits every month. Mostly this is beneficial to the salaried people who will deposit money once in a month, isn't it? Or maybe once in a week, something like that. And maybe multiples of 1,000 or multiples of 100, like that, there will be some restrictions. So you have to pay the amount once in a month, every month you have to pay the amount, maybe after 5 years or maybe 10 years RD will be there, recurring deposit. You will get some sort of interest and principal amount, and it will get accumulated and you will get a huge amount at the end of the time period, isn't it? So these are different types of accounts that are there with the banker. So banker will accept deposits of money from the public under different accounts, that is savings bank account, current account, recurring deposit account. These are the different types of accounts which are operated, and through this the banker will accept the deposits. ನೀವು ಹಣ ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಕೊಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಒಳಗಿಡ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಉಂಟಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆದರೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾವ ಟೈಪಿನ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆದರೆ SB ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಜಿಟಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ and you will get a proof which is called a passbook. Passbook is nothing but the copy of the banker's ledger. Whatever the entries that are done in the banker's ledger, that will be printed in a bound book which is called passbook. A passbook ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, that is like a proof that how much money you have in the bank, how much deposit you have in the bank, or how much balance is there in your account in the bank. So ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಹರು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಂಟರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲಿ, isn't it? Computer system is there. Now nothing is there. That is in olden days when we were students, bound books, isn't it? Maybe of 5 kg each, 40 to 50 ledgers the banker used to maintain, serially numbered, this account number to this account number, isn't it? And for each customer they have to lift 1 or 2 ledgers, then they have to do the entries. That's a really irritating work. Now gone are the days, friends, when the banker presses the number, that is account number of the customer, immediately the entire history of the banker will be there on the bank computer screen. The banker will come to know about the customer, all the history will be recorded over there digitally, and how much balance is there in his account, everything will be there in the computer system. So now it is totally digital system, no ways of, that is no chance for any, that is manual entries in the bank, isn't it? Second one is lending of funds. Second function of commercial bank is lending of funds. As I already told you, banker will not keep the money in his cash box. When you deposit money, if it is kept in cash box, whether the money will increase, ನೀವು ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಹಣವನ್ನು ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಬೀಗ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಅದು ಹಣ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯ ಹೋದ ಕೂಡಲೇ? ಇಲ್ಲ, it will remain as it is, isn't it? So what the banker will do is, banker will provide the deposit made by the public, that is acceptance of deposits. When he accepts deposits under different accounts, the money that is received to the banker will be diverted by the banker for productive purposes. Productive purposes in the sense, the people who are engaged in manufacture of products, providing commercial services, who are doing the business for business people or maybe some other, that is individuals, in the form of consumption loans, isn't it? Agricultural loan, everything will be provided by the banker, and the money that is received will be given in the form of, that is loans, which is called lending of funds, which is the second function of commercial banks. ಸೊ ಆ ಬಂದ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಿಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಮೇ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್. when the banker purchase shares of the companies, cash from the banker's treasury will go to company's treasury, company's account, isn't it? Company can use that amount for purchasing machinery, buying raw materials, isn't it? Or for upgrading the technology, opening a new sales outlet, isn't it? And by doing so, the production can be done, goods can be produced in large quantities, marketing can be improved, isn't it? More amount can be collected, profit margin of the company will increase, and out of that, the money will be, that is a loan will be repaid by the company, and along with interest, and that will be with the interest, so that the banker can earn some sort of profit. Don't you think so? Yes. So that is called lending of funds. Lending of funds means the loans that is provided by the banker, maybe in the form of agricultural loan, commercial loan, or any other loan for that matter. Sometimes the banker will, that is provide loan to transportation industry, isn't it? Or even for that is consumers, and other advances will be given, isn't it? So that is called lending of funds. Third one is check facility. Check facility. What do you mean by check? It is an instrument, isn't it? Instead of paying cash, you will issue a check. Let me give you, let me elaborate that so that you will get a clear idea. Suppose I have a bank account, isn't it? In my bank account, maybe a 1 lakh balance is there, assume. Suppose I have to pay 10,000 rupees to someone. Okay? So instead, I don't have cash in my that's purse, in my wallet. No money is there. So what I will do? I will issue a check. Suppose Mr. A is approaching me. Actually, he is supposed to get 10,000 rupees from me. There is no cash in my pocket. What I will do? I will issue a check to Mr. A. Check is nothing but a leaf which contains the details of amount to be payable, isn't it? Amount to be payable. It is an order or instruction to the banker to pay money. What I will do is I will give an order through check to the banker to pay rupees 10,000 from my account. When Mr. A approaches the banker, then banker will verify whether the check issued by me is genuine or not. How it will be known? The banker will check my signature, which is there, digital signature that is recorded in the computer, isn't it? It's in the system, and it will it gets displayed on the computer screen of the banker. Banker will check the signature. If it tallies, and if the check leaf is actually issued to me, then banker will honor the check. Banker will make payment to Mr. A and will deduct 10,000 rupees from my account, and my account balance will gets reduced to 90,000. Without having cash in my pocket, I have paid 10,000 rupees to Mr. A. Don't you think so? From where the money has gone from? From my account, digital account, right? So here only 90,000 balance is there now because I have paid 10,000. Banker has paid 10,000 rupees to Mr. A on my behalf. Behalf, isn't it? So this is called, that is a check facility. So banker provides this. Another case I will tell you. Mr. A was supposed to pay 10,000 rupees to me. What I will do is I will collect a check. Mr. A will issue a check to me. of rupees 10,000. What I will do is, I will deposit this check with the banker. I will deposit this check with the banker and I will say, collect money from Mr. A. Collect 10,000 rupees from Mr. A and credit it to my account. So what the banker will do? My account balance was rupees 1 lakh. Now, Mr. A has paid rupees 10,000 check. Banker will take 10,000 rupees, remove 10,000 rupees from Mr. A's account. By debiting his account, the banker will credit my account with rupees 10,000. My bank balance has increased to 1,10,000. Don't you think so? ಏ ನನಗೆ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ. ಎಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ? ಅವನ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಚೆಕ್ ಬರ್ದ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ, ಯಾರು? ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ, ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂದ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ, ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ? ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಜಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಚೆಕ್ ಇದೆ 10,000ದ್ದು, ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಅವರ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ? ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ, ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣ ಉಂಟ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವನ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಚೆಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಆನರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆನರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂದ 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಗೇಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಎಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ remittance of funds. Remittance of funds. What do you mean by remittance of funds? Making payment. Making payment of the amount. Remittance of funds. That is transferring the funds from one place to another place. If I want to send money to my parents, maybe residing somewhere far distant places, isn't it? Then what I can do is, I can borrow demand draft from the banker. I will pay money to the banker. Banker will convert that cash into a demand draft, like a check leaf, and there the banker will write, pay this much amount to my parents. Name will be written on that demand draft. And when my parents produce that demand draft to the banker in their place, in that place, isn't it? Then banker will give rupees, whatever amount I have paid, the value of the demand draft will be paid to my parents. So easily I can send money to another place to my parents, isn't it? Without any problem. If you take cash by keeping in your pocket, someone may cut your pocket, isn't it? And cash may be taken. So chances are there. So to avoid those risks, it is safest way to borrow demand draft and send money. Or you are paying, isn't it? Google Pay, all these are there nowadays. Digital cash, digital payment, isn't it? Online buying, you will pay through the online system, isn't it? So that is called remittance of funds. And last one is allied services. Last function is allied services. Allied services means the other services, like you can make payment of your electricity bill through the banker. If you give standing instruction, we call it as SI, not your sub-inspector. SI means standing instruction. If you give a standing instruction to the banker that every month, on 5th of every month, pay my LIC premium, banker will do that. They will record that SI in your account, and automatically on 5th of every month your account gets debited and LIC account will be credited. Money will be paid to the LIC office, isn't it? LIC department, and your LIC policy remains alive, isn't it? Or telephone bills will be paid, or electricity bills will be paid, or any other that is work will be done by, financial transactions will be done by the banker on your behalf. If you give clear instruction, that is a standing instruction to the banker, that is called, or collection of checks from different place, isn't it? So these are called agency and general utility services, which are called allied services. These are the 5 functions of banks. Take down assignment. Mention mention the functions of commercial banks. No need to explain. Mention the functions of commercial banks. Submit your assignment on time. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.